Good afternoon, I'm sorry, good evening from Southeast Asia. This will be episode or volume number 271 of the alienanalprobe.com podcast thingies. Or, as more and more people are preferring to refer to them, they can also be called the theyclaim.com podcast, because people are embarrassed to type in alien anal probe. They don't want people to think they're going to a porn site. God, grow up. Be an adult. Really? Theyclaim.com. You can go there if you're an embarrassed little snowflake. You know, it's okay. Or I never thought about this. Guys don't really give a rat's ass what people see or where people think they're going. But ladies, they probably don't want to be caught dead typing in alien anal probe. I never even thought of that because they're kind of stupid sometimes. Theyclaim.com. Just go there. Holy crap. Okay. All right. You got to be a psychiatrist, psychologist, something to do anything anymore. Okay. 271. We haven't done any of these for a while. We've been too busy doing the Southeast Asia podcasts. And those are designed to help you discover if you want to escape the matrix in whatever godforsaken Western country you're in. And who wouldn't? And go to a possibly, potentially better place. Southeast Asia has been that for me. It's not heaven. I got plenty of foibles and plenty of annoyances. Oh, God. Really? But overall, it's better for me than any other Western country I've lived in. Well, no, it's not true. In the early days, I loved Canada. Canada was my home. That was to be my home. And I couldn't get a visa because I didn't have enough money in those days, back in the 60s. It took money and some wherewithal to get in. I don't know. Now it doesn't seem to. I don't know. I did go up there, but something under 4 years. And then I left. And now Canada has changed. It was in those days, in the 60s, I saw it as being just the teensiest little bit effeminate. Teensy little bit. Kind of little bit of kind of limperish, a little bit. Now it's noodle wrist. There is no bone in the. There's no bones anymore. It's not a little bit effeminate. It's whoa, gaga, goo goo effeminate. So, that's gone for me. Anyway, okay. Let's see. Any other news? No. F the news. Aliens. We're looking for aliens. Okay. As you know, probably, we have a giant collection. We started with 9,400 cases, reports of alien somethings, very often probings. Doesn't mean they're true, just means people reported this crap. And we go through them one by one, line by line. We look for the BS. If we find the BS, they're gone into the corner. If we can't find any obvious BS, we say, well, God, I don't know, maybe, possibly, potentially, I don't know, could be credible, I don't know, maybe. And so we have to assign some amount of credibility to it, and the way we do that is we take a little pinch of sand, like that could be kitty litter, could be coffee grounds, could be cornmeal, I know. And we drop it into an 8-gallon bucket. There's a picture of the bucket on theyclaim.com. There's a picture of a cat's taking a crap in it. Okay. That's Frankenberry. We don't know where he is. He's on the couch over there. Bastard. Jesus Christ. And he shows up in the videos sometimes. I don't know if he'll be in this one or not. It's up to him. Nobody tells Frankenberry what to do. Why is my microphone jumping around? What the hell's going on here? Another earthquake? Wait. What's going on? don't know. What is it? No, nothing's touching. No wind. Beats me. Okay, anyway. Yeah, if the bucket's ever full of sand or whatever, then we believe in aliens. Right now it's at 90.4% full after all these years and years and years and years. We've gone through 1,400 reports. We have 8,000 left to go. And you are here, presumably, because you want to try to figure out if the aliens are real. I'm not going to tell you. No, I'm going to try really hard not to. I don't want to. I can't tell you if God is real. I can't tell you if aliens are real, okay? You got to go through kind of the same process. That mic is jumping all over the place. Does it do it only in the viewer or in the final? I got to look in the final product. Only the mic, not me. Yeah, the mic. Well, I'll sort it out later, but it makes me want to slap it. Okay, so we're trying to get rid of some of the older reports because I don't like them. There might be a reason I don't like them. If it's true, it would be a very disturbing reason. I'm not going to go into it right now. So we're going to start with the oldest one we have left in the database. We started out with reports going back like 3,000 years, something like that. Now the oldest one we have is 1914. So we're going to try to wackadoodle some of these old ones out of the database just so we don't have to look at them anymore because we don't like them, okay? Okay, so this is, location is, oh my God, are you serious? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 place names before they even get to Russia. I'm not even going to try it. I'm not going to try it. It's something in Russia. Okay, we don't care. Not going there anyway. I was close to there last winter. Closer I got, the more I didn't like it. Okay. September 23rd, 1914. And I know it's a little painstaking to go through these line by line, but we have to. We have to. Because if you just read the whole thing, then something that might have caught your attention and was a little tiny red flag, by the time you get to the end of the report, you've kind of sort of forgotten it. So you got to catch them right when you see them and call them out and say, hey, asshole, are you bullshitting me? And pretty often they are. Okay, Russia, September 23rd, 1914. Time is 03:30, so 3:30 in the morning. That's really unusual that they have an exact time in 1914. That's really, usually they say morning or night. Okay. A witness named Vasily. I guess, I don't know. Call it Bob. He's got a bunch of other names here. I'm not going to go through it. Contractor for stone works had stopped to spend the night at the small village. Okay. After drinking tea early. Oh, wait. I screwed this up. Wait a minute. You're supposed to be able to see this screen. There you go. I'm sorry. I'm not used to doing things in this format because we've been doing the Southeast Asia podcast for a while, quite a while. So this I forgot. Slimy. Stupid. Okay. Bob, contractor for stonework, had stopped to spend the night at the small village. After drinking tea early in the morning, he continued on his journey. He went to the yard, harnessed his horse, but did not get far away as a bright star-like object suddenly appeared in the sky. Okay. Yeah, that was it. Could broke a jaw. Crap. The object began increasing in size. Probably means it's coming straight at you. Descending from its high altitude, moving in a declining trajectory. Okay. I'd be thinking meteorite and it's coming right for my face. I'd be ducking. I'd be getting behind a dumpster somewhere, or at least behind that horse. It's not even going to slow that thing down, but, you want your horse to go with you in the afterlife, right? Okay. Soon he began to make out a cigar-shaped body outlined in a bright light. Got it. The cylinder was brown in color, so it's really sticking close now. Like, oh, God, it's Mr. Hanky. Oh, sucking hell, it's a flying Mr. Hanky. Yeah, I know it's not funny. With a bright light on the front. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting because I'll tell you, I look for stuff that corroborates with other stuff throughout the centuries. Pretty often cigar-shaped things are reported to have a very, very bright light on the front, sometimes also on the stern, but pretty much almost always on the front. Very big, huge, bright light. Okay, now this guy made this report in 1914, whatever the hell it was. Yeah. Chances are he wasn't reading any database that he Googled up, so he couldn't know this. So I'm thinking what he saw is what he saw. The half moon, the half moon was shining and the stars were visible and the sky was completely cloud-free, I think they meant to say. Then the witness saw a kind of suspended boat under the cigar-shaped object. Okay. It was about 7 times smaller than the cigar-shaped object. I'm almost thinking kind of blimp, some kind of dirigible. 1914, they had them. They didn't go very damn fast. Hot air balloon? Maybe some of the early shapes of hot air balloons were weird looking shapes. Okay. So it's got some kind of a gondola thing underneath it. That's what I'm getting. The shadows of several men could be seen in it. In total, there were 6 men. 5 of them were sitting and 1 was standing. And as he looked higher than the rest. Okay. One big one, 5 little ones. The witness did not see the figures move, and he did not hear any noise or sound. Well, hot air balloon, maybe. Hydrogen dirigible, maybe. Just drifting along. What about the big bright light? That would be unusual for any kind of dirigible. They couldn't carry much at all in those days. They couldn't carry any kind of a big light. I mean, I'm just being Mr. Doubting Thomas here. The object was seen in front of him towards the village of Hirahusi. After seeing this, the witness became afraid and ran to the yard, yelling at those present to switch the light of the room off and calling the Tatars. Oh, I used to know that word. It's a common Russian word. There to come outside and watch the object. Okay. Well, even if it's a dirigible, it might have scared the hell out of him. Then a beam of light projected from the cigar-shaped object, flashing like a thunderbolt, which lit a square on the ground and temporarily blinded the witness. Okay, it's kind of sounding like less of a dirigible. At this, for 1914 anyway, at this very same moment, the cigar-shaped object turned perpendicular to the previous direction of flight, with its front lighted section pointed towards Astrakhan. I don't know what the hell that is. The light became dim and decreased in size. During the turn of the object, a fast-moving device was noticed on the stern section of the craft. Propeller? I mean, it just instantly comes to mind. The witness saw the object for about 10 minutes. Then the object turned and flew northward, vanishing from sight. Okay, how quickly did it vanish from sight? If it took 15 minutes, okay, and then we're thinking dirigible. If it went, 1 second, then it ain't no dirigible. Sokolov was convinced that Bob was convinced that he had seen some kind of foreign dirigible. What? I'm psychic. Foreign dirigible. He thought he saw a dirigible. Okay. Well, then what's the problem? An official inquest, nobody died, was conducted by the chairman of the something province, something. Authorities in St. Petersburg had been worried about possible German dirigibles penetrating Russian territory. Well, then what the hell are we doing here? Okay, how much credibility can we give to this lovely specimen? How much do you think? I mean, I keep talking about Into the Corn. I presume everybody remembers a movie that really nasty little kid that wished everybody into the corn, which is what we all want to do pretty often. You got a list. If you suddenly get magical alien powers, you got a list of people you want to wish into the corn. Everybody should keep one because you can add them and take them off. Suspend them for short periods of time. So it's a healthy pastime. Really. Just keep it on your phone, like in your notes, and just title it Into the Corn. No, I'm serious. It's a psychologically healthy thing to do. It doesn't mean you're going to hurt them. I mean, in that movie, all the people he wished into the corn, they eventually came back. They'd just been in the corn for a really, really, really long time, maybe decades. And he brought them back. It doesn't mean you have to. Into the corn. God, somebody got that domain? Oh, God, if they don't, then it's mine. Into the corn. Son of, why didn't I think of that 20 years ago? Oh, my God. That's brilliant. Okay. Here's 1916. Quebeco, I don't know, Portugal. April 1916 times noon. 3 young cousins were in a field when they felt a strong gust of wind. Okay. Then they saw a brilliant light hovering above some olive trees, and within the light they could see a white figure resembling a crystal statue with rays of sun coming through it. Now, I'm a retired photographer, and I want a picture of that turkey thing. It sounds like a great picture. Now I don't have to take pictures anymore. I just tell AI to create what I want. They described the figure as resembling a very handsome young man, which then approached them floating in midair, telling the children not to be afraid. Okay, that's what they said in Mars Attacks, We're your friends. You're all dead. Yeah. When they say that shit, you don't believe them. Just run all the faster. He said he was the angel of peace. Oh, God, no. Oh, no. Wait a minute. The right eye skipped ahead. Oh, I hope this isn't going where I think it's going. I'm afraid to read anymore. Oh, I hope this isn't going where I think. Oh, okay. He said he was the angel of peace and told the girls to play and to sacrifice themselves. What's beeping? Holy crap. And to sacrifice themselves. What the hell? I don't want to read anymore, I don't think. Oh, no. No. He gave 2 of the children something to drink. Kool-Aid, we might presume. And something resembling a piece of bread to Lucia, the main witness. When the figure disappeared, the children remained paralyzed. So what, they ate the stuff or what? Or they drank it or? Oh, this is crazy shit. This is something a goddamn donkey would come up with. Repeating this, when the figure disappeared, the children remained paralyzed, repeating the same prayers over and over and did not recovered until sunset. This is why I don't like the old ones, because as you got older, in these reports, they got more and more and more like this. They got just silly Looney Tunes, freaking, and I couldn't take them anymore. I don't know how many we did, hundreds of those. And I'm glad they're going away, but still, here we are clear up in 1916, and we're still getting some that are half crazy. Oh, hell. Okay, they remained paralyzed, repeating the same prayers over and over, and did not recover until sunset. The second encounter with the angel, Turkey came back, occurred on a hot summer day that same year. The entity suddenly appeared to them, calling to them and demanding that they pray fervently and to make, this is better, and to make sacrifices on their daily lives. Oh, hell, I thought he wanted them to sacrifice themselves, Shit. Make sacrifices. Well, hell, I do that every day for Frankenberry. I do. I refrain 5-10 times a day from choking his little ass to death. And that hurts my brain when I have to do that. So that's a sacrifice, on his behalf. It's hot. I'm sorry. It's hot. It's hot. It's Southeast Asia, for God's sake. We got the monsoons going, thunder and lightning, shit like that. Had some hail and pestilence and shit this morning. Hail. Okay. The entity suddenly appeared to them, calling to them and demanding that they pray fervently and to make sacrifices on their daily lives. Okay, that's not so bad. The children remained paralyzed. Well, did he give them shit to drink again? If they drank it, then they're really goddamn stupid, aren't they? The children remained paralyzed during the encounter. Only at dusk were they able to move again. They refused to speak about the encounter among themselves. Okay, well, there's no flying saucers. It's just this weird reports they had in those days of these weird quasi-religious somethings. If these kinds of reports continued on forever and ever until now, then I'd start thinking, what in God's name is this? What is this about? We need to study this phenomenon. But they don't. They stopped. They were pretty rare by 1900. Obviously we've got a few more, stragglers, but they were disappearing, noticeably by 1900. And then they disappeared completely, and you'll virtually never read one of these again in modern times. So what happened? If these were some kind of godlike angel, whatever's, Mother Mary, whatever the hell, why would they stop coming? I don't think they would if they were real at all. So I call bullshit. They don't get any sand at all. No soup for you. Just into the corn. Into the corn. I could remember that. Yeah. Wait. God, I hope that's okay. I'm a domain name collector. I think I got 88 right now on the inside. I only use like a dozen. I keep them for a while, and then I think about them for like a year. And at the end of the year, when it's time to renew, I think, do I really need that domain? Well, in some cases, yeah, I do. I want to keep that thing. I want to use it for something. But in a lot of cases, in 2/3, I say, no, that was a bad idea. I just let it expire. Okay, no, I can't do any more 1916. No. Okay, here we go. Where are we? 1977, near Moscow, Russia. The reports that coming out of Russia are suspect. I'll tell you that right up front. Coming out of Mexico also, because they got the idea when the Soviet Union fell, because they were morons, and they still are. All kinds of Western ufologists got this idea. They thought, oh my God, now we're going to get in there. Now we're going to get all these otherwise secret Soviet UFO records, and now we're going to crack this turkey. We're going to crack this turkey. Now, And so they rushed into the Soviet Union. Well, it's Russia after that. It was Russia, not Soviet Union anymore. It was Russia. They rushed into Russia. And they just went frantically, like Californians going to a new state looking for land, They're just running frantically through the streets, eyes wide and mouths hanging open. And do you have any land for sale? Do you have any land for sale? We'll pay anything. We'll pay 10 times the going price. That's what Californians have done all over the country, mostly in the West. They just do that. They'll just pick a state from time to time. They did it in Idaho. They've done it everywhere. Nevada. And anyway, these ufologists did this after Soviet Union fell. And they ran helter-skelter through Russia. Probably had megaphones, I don't know, up and down the streets. Do you know any UFO reports? We'll pay you, we'll pay you, we'll pay you. And the Russians kept hearing this. And they thought, let's see, wait a minute. UFO reports, let's see. My cousin Victor. Yeah, that's it. Victor was probed by 11 aliens. And they were 9 feet tall, and their schlongs were 6 feet long. They're the size of a colt. And they probed poor Victor, Oh, God, it was a terrible thing to see. They paralyzed us, we had to watch it. And they probed him. Oh, God, it was just awful. And he screamed like a banshee. And, he has permanent damage today because, his little rectum was, couldn't take having a colt shoved up there. Nobody really can deal with that. So he's fucked up today. He's hobbles around. He looks like he's got a basketball up his ass. Poor old Victor. You want to buy that report? Because that's all fucking true. My whole family will swear to that. Okay, that's what happened in Russia post-Soviet Union. So even now we're getting these reports trickling in. This was 1977, but God knows where it came from. A guy named Anton Anfilov, I believe, was really trying to cash in on this new alien report market thing. Anton Anfilov, and I'm thinking maybe the Bears have ate him, and I'm hoping they did. If I knew where he lived, I would take a pail of sardine parts and I would trickle it in a trail up to his door, because he really hurt the UFO movement. He really did. Okay. Near Moscow, Russia, September 3rd, 1977, time is 0200, 2 o'clock in the morning. Living near a major scientific research center, the witness was not asleep yet and was standing in her bedroom when she noticed a luminous Saturn-shaped object hovering outside the window. How big? Shit. Frisbee size? 30 feet. 100 feet. Couldn't be bothered to tell us that. From the object, several glowing men-like figures resembling Soviet soldiers in uniform flew into different directions. One of the figures landed on the witness balcony and communicated with her, explaining that he was an extraterrestrial who was just camouflaged as a soldier. Wow, that's very original, isn't it? I don't remember ever reading that before out of 9,400 reports. It's possible they have camouflaged themselves as all kinds of wild and crazy things, but I don't remember this. And I sure as hell don't remember any, quote unquote alien telling people that he had camouflaged himself in any way, let alone as a soldier. My instinct is telling me, run. Okay. During the 2-hour conversation, 2 hours? During the 2-hour conversation, the being spoke of the several reasons they were here on Earth. Well, I think it's mostly to probe people, but at one point, the being gradually changed his appearance to that of an acquaintance, which the witness liked. Okay, people. I make a lot of stupid jokes about probing and sex and stuff like that. What did I just say a minute ago? What did I just say? Because I thought it would be stupid, witty, semi-witty, but mostly stupid comment, because I do stupid better than I do witty. I just make shit up, I just make shit up. So what'd I say? I made some crack about probing and sex or something like that. What the hell? Oh, yeah, what the hell is going on here? Okay, at one point, the being gradually changed his appearance to that of an acquaintance, which the witness liked, and asked the witness if she wanted to have sex. This is perverted goddamn shit, people. She refused. I'll bet she did, yeah. That's, she had to put that in the report because her husband might read it someday. After a while, the being flew back into the object, which quickly then faded away. Okay. My instinct is just screaming. All the bullshit meters in the back of my brain, the klaxons and the red lights, and they're just screaming. Bullshit. Best I could do. I can't give it a grain of sand. That would be foolish. I can give it the dust off the ass of one molecule from one grain of sand. And I feel comfortable doing that, because if it's bullshit, then how much have we lost? The dust off the ass of one molecule is pretty freaking small, and I won't miss it. Holy shit. Wait. I thought I deleted it. I didn't. Oh, crap. Make it go away, please. Please, quickly. Come on. Into the corner. God dang it. Okay. Here's near Lvov. I never learned how to pronounce it. I was right by it. No, it's Lviv. What is Lvov? Lvov. I thought it was Lviv or something like that. What is this shit? Ukraine. Anyway, last year I was right there. But it wasn't Lvov. It was... The hell? Maybe I'm losing it. September 3rd or 4th, 1977. 1:30 in the morning. The drunk hour. The main witness, Muratova, whatever, was among several scouts camping out in tents 50 kilometers from Kiev. Oh, it's not 50 kilometers from Kiev. The place I'm thinking of is 500, something like that. Late one night, he suddenly awoke with the feeling that someone was staring at him. That's a real thing. I proved it with photography. It's a real thing. Sometimes, not everybody, not all the time, very often people will sense when something is looking at them. Okay, when you're looking at somebody with a long telephoto, you're far, far away, and you're hidden, maybe in a dark place behind some bushes, something like that, not because you're a peeper, but because that's where the air conditioning happened to be. And they can't see you at all. And they're on a motorbike and they're going down the road in heavy traffic. And suddenly, kaboom, they're looking at it in the end of your lens because they sensed it. They don't even know what they're looking at. They can't see the lens. They just know something right there is looking at them. I just look through stockphotosworldwide.com and you'll see uncounted examples of that. Anyway, okay, it's a real phenomenon. He woke up feeling someone was staring at him. Sure enough, he then saw the figure of a man that was leaning down on him. Oh, well, he probably felt his hot breath. Shit. The figure had enormous, deep-set eyes. That's commonly reported. Deep set. That bothers me because that's going to really screw up their peripheral vision. Sometimes they say they're so deep set, you could take your finger, you could poke it down in the eye socket. You probably couldn't even touch the eyeball. And I'm thinking, okay, how did they got no peripheral vision then? So you could sneak up beside him really, really easy. They're like looking through a telephoto lens all the time. Okay. Guy's leaning down on him. The figure had enormous deep-set eyes, about 7 centimeters in width. What? They're separated 7 centimeters? Let's see. Well, that's a little, it's a little wide. Okay. That stared at the witness unblinking. Well, that's only a little bit wide. It's not horribly wide. In front of the eyes, the witness noticed what appeared to be a transparent visor. No other facial details could be seen. The body seemed disproportionately narrow or thin. I'm thinking Skeletor. He wore a tight-fitting... Oh, God. I wanted, when I see this line again and again 100 billion times, I want to just gloss over it and not acknowledge it, but I can't because I have to demonstrate how common this is. He wore a tight-fitting outfit that shone with a metallic luster. Okay, usually it's silver. Almost always tight-fitting, very, 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 very commonly silverish. I've got a lot of harebrained theories about a lot of stuff, but I don't really have a theory about that. Unless it's tight-fitting just because it's comfortable. I don't wear spandex, Jesus prevents me from that. He said, don't do it, I'll send Satan to take care of you. And maybe it's just comfortable. Maybe it's tight-fitting just because it's comfortable. But the metallic thing, the silvery metallic thing, the only thing I've got on that is maybe some kind of low-level radiation shielding, because they all seem to be just dirty as hell with radiation. So, okay, anyway. There were no buttons, no collars, or seams. Terrified, the witness asked the stranger twice who he was, but received no reply. See, that would piss me off. I'd be getting testy at that point. The witness was able to yell, thus waking up his friend GC. Huh? This doesn't make any sense. The witness was able to yell, thus waking up his friend GC, but ashamed, the witness refused to answer. What's he ashamed of? Oh, this alien thing just got done boinking him. And the other guy just woke up. That's what it was. Oh, son of a bitch. He probed him. The alien, well, is it an alien? He's got deep-set eyes. That's all we know. No, he's got deep-set eyes. It's just some pervert. He's some pedophile. That's all out in the woods. And he boinked the other guy, and the other guy won't answer because he just got boinked and he's ashamed of being boinked, and so he's going to pretend like it never happened, like he just sleeping. Nothing to see here. So, okay, so he tried to wake up GC, but GC ain't talking. In the meantime, the humanoid remains standing in the room immobile. He's wondering if he's got the energy to probe this guy also. You see where a filthy mind goes. Soon the witness quietly fell asleep. Another scout also reported seeing a similar or the same entity, and further was able to describe the eyes, I'm thinking, as blue in color with thin and narrow facial features. Another witness saw a luminous spot floating in the room, which became wavy and disappeared. Okay, I am not seeing aliens. I am seeing some kind of pedophile snuck into the scout camp. He might have drugged them. He might have got some kind of sleeping agent into their food. This is so common. And so they're all groggy. And he just boinked whoever he felt like it. And he didn't boink this one guy because this guy woke up too fully. Shit. Okay, that's just an absurd. Good God. Cadogan, Pennsylvania, September 10th, 1977, time is dusk. What's our time doing? Oh, okay, not too bad. I'll keep this one kind of short. I got so many other Southeast Asia podcasts to do. Okay. September 10th, 1977, in Pennsylvania, time is dusk. At the same time that a heavy UFO activity was reported in the area, a witness reported seeing an 8-foot-tall creature standing in the woods near his home. Sounds suspiciously like maybe a Bigfoot. The creature was covered with brown hair. Oh, yeah, that's Bigfoot. That's Bigfoot right there. Had a cone-shaped head. Coneheads, remember Saturday Night Live. Broad shoulders and no neck. It's Bigfoot. It's freaking Bigfoot. Or a bear, either one. It appeared to be slightly stooped at the shoulders. Well, bears look like that when they're upright. The witness also noticed strong sulfur-like odor at the time. Well, bears have incredibly bad, stinky everything. I don't remember them ever smelling like sulfur, but, that can be mistaken. It's all kinds of other crap. Okay, no flying saucers. Just a really vague Bigfoot report. Okay, I'm thinking, this medium. This will be the last one. La Pobla de, I don't know, it's in Spain, I don't care. September 11th, 1977, time is late night. The witness, who had been asleep for approximately an hour, I hate these when they say they were sleeping and then they woke up and something really bizarre happened, because almost always they didn't really wake up. Happened to me when I was a little kid. I swear today that the thing that I saw happened. I know it did, but I also know it didn't, which is more likely. People dream shit. Okay. He'd been asleep for an hour. He suddenly woke up to see that the opposite wall was completely illuminated. Yeah, there was illumination in my experience too. I think I was 5 and a half. 5. I saw it clearly. There was an object. I picked it up. I was so happy that I got it, and it glowed. It was illuminated, but it didn't exist. But I picked it up. I can feel it in my hand, even now. 200 years later, I can feel it. And I looked at it. I looked at every facet of it. And I carefully put it down because I was sleeping with my grandma. And I carefully put it down so I wouldn't wake her up. And I heard it click on the little nightstand. I was so happy that I got that thing. I put it right by my head. Woke up in the morning and no such thing existed. Nobody heard anything about it. It just didn't exist. It had never existed. It was something in my brain. Okay, so illuminated people. Okay, let's see what else did he see? Okay, the illuminated area seemed to slowly increase in size. Intrigued, he turned to look at the window and was confronted by a bizarre figure that was bent over observing him. I just naturally go to pedophile. The figure was man-like and was wearing a The figure was man-like and was wearing a tight-fitting black frogman suit. Okay, it's tight-fitting, it's not silver. The face was human-like with slightly slanted eyes, a triangular-shaped, sharp-featured face with thin lips and dark hair. Pedophile! Panic-stricken, the witness slowly began to move away, then jumped to his feet, punching the wall and screaming at the same time. Okay, I get it. He apparently, in order to attract the attention of other sleeping family members. Okay, I get that. The strange figure suddenly vanished in plain sight. Well, I think he ate some bad tacos. I don't see it. We are not doing well. The best one we got for the whole night was some dust off the ass of one molecule. Okay, short one. Okay, Winnetook, Indiana. September 14th, 1977, 21:30, 9:39. 38-year-old Marie Jorgensen was traveling in her vehicle when she suddenly became very tired and sleepy. She then apparently blacked out, fell asleep, hit a tree. No, she didn't say that. Soon she woke up sitting on what appeared to be some kind of padded chair. Okay, a small humanoid with large, red, shiny, lizard-like eyes stood in front of her. All right, no, we're just going to do this straight through, no bullshit. The humanoid lizard creature wore gray coveralls and stared at her intently. No, I'm not going to fall for this bait. She blacked out again and found herself back in the vehicle. Okay. She's driving along. She fell asleep because she had a few too many. Couple of Quaaludes on top of that in 1977, Ran off into the ditch. Bumped her little precious noggin. Woke up all woozy and drowsy. And then remembered this stupid tale, which never happened at all. Okay, that's it. Wait. No, that's too long. I'm tired. Oh my God. Let's mark it. And we'll do it the next one. Okay, because this one comes out of Brazil, and I love stuff out of Brazil. Okay, we're really done. It's just always entertaining. I just love these. I mean, these are better to me than watching a comedy show, It's better than watching Biden give a speech. Not nearly as sad. Okay, thank you very much. Oh, I don't know if I said this. All tapes are copyright 2023 by stockphotorsworldwide.com. Our content is always there. You might find it on some RSS feeds. You might find little bits of it on YouTube. We don't do anything serious on YouTube because you cannot possibly be careful enough to conform to all their nebulous terms of service. You can say something like the poor woman on Facebook said, made a comment to her friend, all men are ugly. Who has not had that sentiment? Every woman on earth and half of the men on earth has thought that and said something like that. Well, she got banned from Facebook. Well, you can say something like that in a YouTube podcast and put it on YouTube. Maybe it starts making money after a few months. And you're thinking, oh, happy days. Bam, they jerk it. Because you shouldn't say a hateful thing like that. You bad son of a bitch. They'll pull your whole fucking channel. Jeez, so that's why we're not really on YouTube. We just put a handful of little stuff on there, just a sprinkling, I don't even know why, just for fun. And we tell those people, don't even watch these on YouTube. Just go to our real server website that we control. We say any damn thing we want. Think about all the questionable shit that that I have said all through these, we're pushing 300 podcasts. Hell, I would say 2 out of 3 of these are subject to being banned on YouTube. And I won't play the game. They probably make a lot of money. I won't play the game. I won't go there. It's not worth the aggravation. Okay, thank you very much. And good evening. And where's the off? Good night.